Well, Nathan, Whitby Town have lifted the Mickey Skinner Trophy. Not convincing. A bit of a strange game, really, because it didn't feel like it had a lot of chances in it. Then suddenly, last 50 minutes or so, really opened up.
Yeah, I think the grass is quite long. It's the same for both teams. It was a slow game. It was very dry, and I think both teams found it difficult to string passes together because of that. But I've got to give Gisborough a lot of credit because they've done their pre-season now, so they're at the peak of their powers. The season starts on Saturday, and the fitness levels Belly's got them at phenomenal, to be fair. They played a high press, went man for man at times. They put a lot of pressure on us, and that stopped us from playing. So we had to solve the problem out on the football pitch. Did we do it well? Possibly not, I don't think, but I'm going to give Gisborough credit there. So they kept that up for 65, 70 minutes, I think. Then the dew come on the grass and the game opened up a little bit and we started to play a little bit, and I think last 10 minutes, 2 bits of quality, and you win the game 2-1. So, but listen, brilliant work out for us, and all the best to Gisborough obviously into their season.
Yeah, and in terms of how the game panned out, the first half, we've already mentioned it, it was very slow match, same for both teams. Chances really coming from distance, if anything, and so I was pleased with in defence. Whitby weren't really troubled, but again, I suppose at the other end, it's those efforts on range, that's all you were limited to.
Yeah, listen, it was a dare I say, it was a bit of a boring pre-season game. It had everything about it that in pre-season, but you're going to get games like that and you've just got to deal with it. For me, it's more about players solving problems on the football pitch and mixing the game up more than anything, because although we're a possession-based team, it's not the only way to play football. Sometimes you've got to go long, sometimes you've just got to go second and third balls, and we didn't. If I'm going to be honest, Gisborough probably did it better than us in the first half, so there's lots of room and improvement for us, but like I say, the game opened up in the second half, and I think that's when you see our quality.
Yeah, and you've already touched on the sort of fact of Whitby having to adapt their play a bit, and that's how Gisborough's goal came out, really, just a ball forwards, issues in the defence of the goalkeeper there, and suddenly run and goal.
Yeah, well, listen, I can't be too harsh. He's coming and helped us out. It's unfortunate, we've had a dry pitch all night, and the ball's gone through and it's skidded over his head, so it's just one of those things. It's a misjudgment. But to be fair, that set a challenge for us. We've gone a goal down. And I'm looking at my boys and thinking, right, what have we got? Are we going to react? Are we just going to go through the motions of pre-season game? And we certainly reacted. It was a great reaction from the boys to bring it back to 1-1, and then a great goal for another goal for Jake Charles to make it 2-1. So although results not important, it was nice to see us come from behind and win the game.
Yeah, in terms of Alfie Doherty's goal as well, I'm sure last season that was the one thing that was really missing for him up until that cup final, the goal, whether it's his or not we don't know, but in terms of his play there, real endeavours to drive forwards, and an excellent finish from him as well.
It was a great finish from him, and listen, what a player he is. He's got all the ability in the world. It's realising that ability. Still a young boy, but what he did for that goal, he can do that throughout games, and he's got to believe in himself to do that. And I hope that's given him a little bit of confidence, or a lot of confidence, to go finish pre-season really strongly, doing those kind of things, because that's where he'll be judged as a player. He's technically very, very good. He plays on the front foot, but I always say to him, it's the final third we need to improve, and that there's a great finish from him, a great piece of play, individual play, and a great finish. So hopefully we'll get more of that from Alfie.
Yeah, and really it was a game where it sort of was decided in those couple of minutes. 83rd minute, Alfie equalised, and then literally 2 minutes later, Jake Charles getting the end of a fantastic ball in from Nathan Thomas there. Yeah,
well, we come into the game, and I think we started to utilise the ball better as the pitch got a little bit of grease on it. But goals change games, and teams are always at the weakest when you score. So that's what we've done. We've capitalised. We've made it 1-1. Gisborough's heads have gone down a little bit. Great ball out to Nathan Thomas. We know what Nath's about, and what a right foot cross to put on a plate for Jake Charles, and they're the bits of quality that win you games when things haven't gone so well in the game. So it's nice to see.
Yeah, and in terms of the finish as well, it was again going back to last season, where perhaps a few times where the balls were put in but no one on the end of it, and Jake Charles really feels like he's the type of player that's going to get in those areas.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say he's had a quiet night. He's ran his socks off all night. Service not great. Again, we said it earlier, it wasn't a great game of football. We weren't getting into the final third enough. But what the boy's done is ran and ran and ran, and he's made that goal himself just through by his work rate to get to that ball. Fair play to him at that stage of the game. So he's earned the goal, and I've got no doubt that Jake Charles will score lots of goals for us next season.
Yeah, I suppose you've only got to put a word in at the other end. Conor Marcer coming on, only 15 years old, obviously done well for the under-19 side, but he's obviously only friendly, but his first team, he's the first appearance in that side, and I'm sure he'll be pleased that you saw him in terms of distribution.
Yeah, he deserves it. I mean, from the first time I seen him play for the under-19s, you couldn't not miss him, the way his distribution was. He's only a small kid, he's only 15 years old. I wanted to give him some time today. Wasn't ideal being 1-0 down, but I know he's a super confident boy within his own age group, and for the under-19s, and I just said, go play your game, and yes, you'll be nervous, but don't panic, just play your game. And he's gone out there and he's done really well, and I'm chuffed to bits for him. He fully deserves it because he's worked hard, and he comes and helps us on Saturdays and midweek games to warm Shane up. So no, it's great for him. 15 years old, and he's got a big future in front of him.
And just looking ahead, it's back in action on a Saturday, and a game there where there's plenty of players that will know, I'll put Spenny more. But in terms of the test you expect, and I'm sure it'll be good in a way to sort of have one of those games where you're away against the side in the league above and potentially going to be back foot a bit more. Yeah,
well, a team who are operating a level higher than us. They're a very good team. Very good team. The pitch will suit us. A totally different test to what we've got tonight. But it'll be more about us and what we do on the day. And there won't be any complaints because I know the pitch is brilliant and it'll suit us. So we're looking forward to the challenge. Obviously, what Spenny will give us, and it's a bit of a marker for us to see where we're at this stage of pre-season. So only 2 to go. But yeah, we're stepping up the levels, and that's good to see. Cheers, thanks.